CNN says Joe Biden threatens to cut U.S. Soccer World Cup funding and major financial impacts ravishing through Europe over this coronavirus. All of this on episode 499. Welcome to the Coach Cameron Podcast. So first up, we have Megan Rapinoe. After legal setback, Megan Rapinoe says U.S. women's soccer players want nothing less than equal pay. Do they? Nothing less? I think, there's something less. They want more, and that's why they lost the lawsuit. And the thing is, I think Megan Rapinoe is in a situation where she benefits tremendously from just throwing a fit about this. And I get you want to fight for, equality and all that stuff. And yes, fight for it. But I guess you can't trust anything the news says about anything anymore. I mean, nothing less than equal. You got paid more than the men's team, 2 different contracts, and that's why you lost a legal battle. That's why you're in the situation you're in, and it's not helping that the entire world economy is getting destroyed right now, and soccer is going to be on the forefront of being destroyed. And luckily for the women's game, you have Title IX that protects you. That's why men's soccer is being ripped apart. That's not equal, but that's what's happening. Less opportunity for men. And it's unfortunate the way it's rolling. But don't worry, CNN, this is, the ones that support CNN, it just baffles my mind. I don't care what political side you're on. The amount of misquoting and all this stuff from CNN or any media for that matter is so bad. CNN does this. This is their title of their article. Joe Biden threatens to cut U.S. Soccer's World Cup funding unless women get equal pay. What? That doesn't make sense. You're going to cut U.S. Soccer's World Cup funding unless women get equal pay. You have nothing to do with the World Cup. It's the world. The World Cup is controlled by FIFA. Has nothing to do with it. And, of course, you read it. It's all based on one tweet. Joe Biden didn't say anything about that. I mean, he said he'll find other sources and stuff. He'll help. He's using it as a political push for his candidacy. But it's just a stupid headline. Why are they allowed to do that? Of course, I clicked on it, so there you go. So it's so bothersome that we're dealing with this crap. In other news, soccer's river of money isn't flowing, worrying teams downstream. So what it's saying is that if the top teams in the world aren't, functioning, nothing's happening, and it's really attacking the smaller clubs that are trying to survive. It says outside Europe's Big 5 leagues, selling talent to bigger clubs helps balance the books. But with the game on hold, uncertainty is compounded by an unawareness that they are not in control of their fate. Much of the economy of global soccer depends on the transfer market, and the transfer market is driven by the largest of Europe rich elite. So when you hear transfers for like 89 million and all this ridiculous amount of money, that actually helps the world economy because it has that trickle down effect. It helps all the way down to the youth clubs, except in America where U.S. Soccer controls that, and because of child labor laws, we're not allowed to get that, so which is another discussion. But without transfers happening, these smaller clubs are just going to be destroyed. And this is what's happening. And I don't think we are paying attention to the travesty of what's going on with this coronavirus. I mean, we might be overdoing this. We are destroying the poor. The poor. Not the rich, the poor. So these startup clubs, the ones that don't have much money as the bigger clubs do, they'll get absorbed because they can handle stuff like this. They have political influence. They have the ability to get bailed out. It's the poor that is affected. And for all the ones that are saying, stay in your home, do what you're told kind of stuff, okay, are we allowed to go to war at all? us poor people? Can we fight for anything? I mean, businesses will close and the rich will take over. That's how it's going to roll. And I have so many friends who are like, just shelter in place, do what you're told. And they have no idea about the unintended consequences because they listen to the media and they just regurgitate what they say, but they don't pay attention to all the details. Their friends that barely can survive are losing businesses, are losing jobs. Who's it affecting? The poor, the middle class. It doesn't affect the rich. It affects the rich to a certain degree, but the trickle-down effect kills us more. Are we allowed to fight? No one knows. Are we allowed to fight? And apparently we can't. We just sit here, do what we're told, while drones are going after us, telling us, stay in place, do all these things. People running on the beach, being chased by cops. I mean, you name it. The freedoms are gone. We are not America anymore. The land of the free. We're not the free anymore because we're scared. And because we're scared, we're willing to give up our freedoms, which is absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, on brighter news, maybe soccer can save the world. Bundesliga season to resume on May 15th. It's looking that way. That is hopefully going to be the case. We need to get back to normalcy as soon as possible. The ones that can't handle, who have bad immunities and stuff like that, you shelter in place. The world needs to get going. Has to get going. This is just getting ridiculous. I mean, what are we waiting? I just don't understand everyone. We don't understand the unintended consequences of what's going on. Poverty kills people, millions. And we're worried about the few. I mean, we can shelter the people that with weak immunities. Everyone's out anyways. Who is not out, by the way? They say shelter in place. I mean, even not to get this to be crazy political, the ones that are telling us you better stay in, like governors and stuff, they're not following their own rules. I don't want to get into that. Do your research. It's pretty obvious. Look at the Chicago mayor or governor. She's not sheltering in place. She got her hair done. It was okay for her. And she's defending it, whatever. Anyways, on a happier note, tomorrow is going to be episode 500 with Jessica McDonald, and I'm very excited about that, to spend time with her to celebrate not only her game-winning goal for the 500th win for the U.S. women's national team, but also my 500th episode. Quarantine. I'm going to run today. I'm killing it on running. Very excited about my ability to run. But we're going to have Jessica McDonald in, and we're going to talk about not this shot she missed, but the goal she made. It was a big deal. So anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow on episode 500 with Jessica McDonald, and I am out. Have a great day, and watch Braveheart. That'd be awesome. All right. Later.